what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to a very special holiday edition of Action Sunday. And let me just get the intro out of the way. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever, Happy Holidays. So today I'm reviewing yet another Christmas themed action movie. Yes. So after much debate, trying to figure out, okay, what should I review next? So I decided to let's see, between Batman Returns, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and two other Chuck Norris movies. I was having a really hard time trying to pick which one would embody the spirit of Christmas the most. So after much debate, I said, you know what? How about I just review Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, because it's been on my short list. It was on my list of our recommended holiday movies, since I was probably going to review that like last year instead of The Long Kiss Goodnight. But of course, you know what? I didn't want to hold off on it anymore. I'm going to review it this year. As for Batman Returns, I'll say that for next year's Christmas. I don't know, okay? But anyway, let's get to this movie. If you've never heard of this movie, trust me, you're not the only one that's been living under a rock. Apparently, I was too. This was a movie. It came out like the early 2000s, late 90s. It stars Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer, and a young Michelle Monaghan, and it's essentially a screwball crime caper comedy, and set in LA during Christmas. So you got a bit of a Die Hard element set there already, but this movie is just so batshit insane. It's like this movie was at first I was like, was this movie trying to struggle a bit of identity crisis? Because I thought, like, oh, is it just gonna be a crime thing like this, or is like a neo noir kind of thing? Because most of the story was told from the perspective of the main character, Harry, played by Robert Downey Jr. And so he was trying to explain everything in possibly the most comical way ever. And wow, it just goes off from there. There's a whole lot of things. This movie was I could definitely tell it was borrowing elements from the noir era. It's also borrowing elements of your typical buddy cop comedy stuff. And it's all that. But the whole plot of this is that Robert Downey Jr.'s character is a criminal that somehow gets entangled up in the wrong business. Somehow ends up in Los Angeles, where he meets up a girl that he's known from growing up out in the Midwest. So it's to always wanted to be an actress, and apparently it goes off from there. But it's just bad shit crazy. It's funny. There is some chemistry between Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer's character, and of course, Val Kilmer. I've never seen him in a funny role, since maybe Real Genius. And if you've never seen Real Genius or ever heard of that one, stop this movie right now, go find that. You could probably see a young Val Kilmer just being funny as shit, like being like that's essentially, he's a real genius. But anyway, here it's like he's a much older guy. He has some very snappy dialogue. It kind of works, but sometimes it feels kind of flat. And of course, some of it is a bit of a double entendre or some kind of allusion to something, because the guy's name is Gay Perry. I was like, wait a minute. Is that his nickname or is that his actual name? So it's a bit of a constant joke, and it works to perfection. It's like that throughout the entire movie, and for like an hour, not even an hour and a half, it's a fun movie, but I felt at some points it kind of dragged a little bit, and I was like, it just bogged me down. And of course, that had me some head scratching moments. Would go, what the hell just happened, or what the hell did I just watch, kind of thing. So that's that's another problem I have with this movie. It's like wait a minute, hold on, slow everything down, give everything time to breathe. I'm lost. Like that. Then of course it gives you time to catch up, and of course I'm glad they did that, because it's like right from the get-go, like even as he's narrating, it's like boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we're here. Okay, so we're caught up, but now we're getting up. Now we go back. There's like a whole lot of everything. It goes all over the place. But when it comes to the action stuff, if you're expecting explosions, don't expect it. But if you're expecting some funny, crazy gun shootouts or something like that, there is some funny, crazy moments with that. The rest of the cast is fun. Michelle Monaghan, she can be a bit of a ditz, but at the same time, she becomes kind of like a pseudo hero, and it works. Corbin Bernstein. This is probably one of the few times I've ever seen him play a villain. I'm so used to seeing him play, Sean's father on Psych, or Roger Dorn in Major League, so kind of thing. So like here, it's like completely different, but you can tell he still has the comedic charm, the comedic chops, and all that. It kind of works, but man, there is a lot of crazy elements going on in this movie, and like the Christmas elements are there, but you can definitely, there's at least one or two moments where at least the characters just say, "Oh, Merry Christmas," or have a nice holiday, or something like that. But the theme of Christmas still permeates with that. There is no snow, no, which is sad since it's California. But the party scenes kind of bring some life to it. Still give you the Christmas vibe. But if you're expecting it to be more like Die Hard, it's not. All right. So with that in mind, I'm gonna give Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. That's as best as I'm going to do. I wanted to rate it a little higher, but there's moments I think that they could have improved better. The characters are fine. The story I think needed a little work. Like if you're going for a noir setting, I think they should have done it a little differently. At least they kept the narration kind of thing. They kind of did some other things to keep it in that same vein. So that does it for now, okay? If you want to see this movie, go check it out, all right? Anyway, enjoy your holidays. I will not be doing a review for the new year, for New Year's, okay? So enjoy, thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.